Valmiki Ramayana, Kishkindha Kanda, Book number 4, Sarga 39, Roman numerals XXXIX 39. The VÁNAR host. Then Rama, best of all who guide their steps by duty, thus replied: What marvel if Lord Indra send the kindly rain, O faithful friend? If thousand raid the god of day, drive every darksome cloud away. Or, rising high, the Lord of night, flood the broad heaven with silver light. What marvel, king, that one like thee the glory of his friends should be? No marvel, O my lord, that thou hast shown thy noble nature now. Thy heart, Sugriva, well I know, not from thy lips but truth may flow. With thee for friend and champion all, my foes beneath my arm will fall. The Rakshas, when my queen he stole, brought sure destruction on his soul. Like Anulada, who beguiled Queen Sachi, called Puloma's child. Yes, near Sugriva is the day. Yes, near Sugriva is the day when I my demon foe shall slay, as conquering Indra in his ire slew Queen Paulomis, haughty sire. He seized, thick clouds of dust rose high to every quarter of the sky. The very sun grew faint and pale behind the darkly gathering veil. The mighty clouds that hung o'erhead from east to west thick darkness spread, and earth to her foundations shook, with hill and forest, lake and brook. Then hidden was the ground beneath, fierce warriors armed with fearful teeth. Hosts numberless, each lord in size, a match for him who rules the skies. From many a sea and distant hill, from rock and river, lake and rill, some like the morning sun were bright, some like the moon were silver white. These green as lotus fibers, those white coated from the native snows. These green as lotus fibers, those white coated from their native snows. Then Shatabali came in view, girt by a countless retinue. Like some gold mountain high in air, Tara's illustrious sire was there. There Ruma's father, far renowned, with tens of thousands ranged around. There, tinted like the tender green of lotus filaments, was seen, compassed by countless legions, one whose face was as the morning sun. Hanuman's father good and great, Keshari wisest in debate. There the proud king Gavaksha feared, for his strong warrior arm appeared. There Dumra, mighty lord, the dread of foes, his Ursan legions led. There Panas, first for warlike fame, with 20 million warriors came. There glorious Nila, dark of hue, arrayed his countless troops in view. There moved Lord Gavaya, brave and bold, resplendent like a hill of gold. And near him Darimukha stood, with millions from the hill and wood, and vivid, famed for strength and speed, and Mamda, both of Aswin seed. There Gaja, strong and glorious, led the countless troops around him spread, and Jambavan, the king, whose sway two bears delighted to obey. The bears delighted to obey. With swarming myriads onward pressed, true to his lord Sugriva's hest, and princely Ruman, dear to fame, led millions whom no hosts could tame. All these and many a chief beside came onward fierce in warlike pride. They covered all the plain and still pressed forward over wood and hill. In rows for many a league around, they rested on the grassy ground, or to Sugriva made their way, like clouds about the Lord of Day. And to the king their proud heads bent, in power and might preeminent. Sugriva then to Rama sped, and raised his reverend hands, and said that every chief from coast to coast was present with his warrior host. Absolutely beautiful. Footnotes 371b. The numbers are unimaginable in English verse. Unmanageable. The numbers are in English verse. The poet speaks of hundreds of Arbudas, and an Arbuda is 100 millions. 372b. Anulada or Anurada is one of the four sons of mighty Hiranyakashipu, an Asur or a Daitya son of Kashyapa and Diti, and killed by Vishnu in his incarnation of man lion Narasingha. According to the Bhagavad Purana, the Daitya or Asur Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha, his brother, both killed by Vishnu, were born again as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, his brother. Wow. 373b. Putoma, a demon, was the father-in-law of Indra, who destroyed him in order to avert an imprecation. Paulomit is a patronymic denoting Sachi, the daughter of Puloma. Sachi, the wife of Indra. Observe 3711. Observe the variety of colors which the poem attributes to all these inhabitants of different mountains regions, some white, others yellow, etc. Such different colors were perhaps peculiar and distinctive characteristics of those various races. Goresia, yes. 371-2 Sushen. 371-3 Tara. 371-4 Keshari was the husband of Hanuman's mother, and is here called his father. 371-5 I here unite under one heading two animals of but which from some gross resemblance, probably helped by an equivoque in the language, are closely affiliated in the Hindu myth. A reddish color of the skin, want of symmetry, and ungainliness of form, strength in hugging with the forepaws or arms, the faculty of climbing, shortness of tail, sensuality, capacity of instruction, dancing, and music are all characteristics which more or less distinguish and meet in bears as well as in monkeys. In the Ramayana, the wise Jamnavant and Odysseus of the expedition of Lanka is called now King of the Bears, Rikshapartiva, the King of the Bears. Now Great Monkey, Mahakapi, De Gubernatis, Zoological Mythology, Volume 2, page 97. Wow. No, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. These Freemasons, these so-called secret societies, they took great care in translating Ramayana. Mr. Ralph Griffith. These are highly elite people who know who know literally, as I'm seeing and I'm getting to know, ins and outs. They know ins and outs of Ramayana and the Vedas. Absolutely amazing. And mind-boggling descriptions of different races of monkeys that possibly that don't even exist anymore, of different colors and shapes and forms, all kinds of. I mean, our Buddhas, tens of millions of monkeys showed up, like tens of millions of monkeys showed up to assist Rama. This is like unimaginable numbers, unfreaking imaginable numbers. From all different corners of the planet Earth, Bhumandala, not this Earth we are living on right now, but the whole Bhumandala. Wow, absolutely mind-boggling stuff. All fierce warriors. Teeth and cloth and stones and boulders and rocks and trees. They had so much power they could strip a tree with all these branches and use it as a baseball bat. That's the monkeys of Ramayana. They can change their form at will. We're talking about completely different beings. They were even called the lions of the trees because they didn't even resemble monkeys. They resembled lions who could climb the trees. Absolutely mind-boggling descriptions. Imagine all these different forms, races, the planet of the apes, the King Kongs, the Rambos. These are all Kali Yuga B-rated versions of Ramayana. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Jai Shri Ramayana. Semites, Simians, they chose rocks and stones to kill the giants. David killed a giant with a stone, and Semites used stoning as the main method of punishment. So basically, the whole idea is coming from Ramayana because that was the main weapon of the monkeys: stones and rocks, throwing rocks and boulders. There's parallels are so many parallels. Obviously, the Hebes stole and plagiarized everything. Obviously, there was the story of Moses, complete absolute bullshit, complete lies, complete everything. There is nothing there in history that talks about Moses and exodus of, whatever number of Jews from Egypt. This is all made up, completely made up bullshit. It's all plagiarized from Ramayana, the eternal Rome, eternal Rama. Jai Shri Ram, Hail Ram. Ciao.